Hi, this is Ben Jackson, EVP of Government Relations at the Illinois Bankers. Wanted to give you an update as we're getting later into the state legislative session. Obviously, we're focused on many federal issues right now as well, a few local government issues, but we're really in the heart of the state legislative session here in Springfield. First, I want to thank all the bankers who attended our Economic Investment Day, our lobby day in Springfield on April 8th. You don't know how much your time is appreciated coming to Springfield, meeting with your elected officials, and filling a room when we're talking to major players in the state of Illinois. Much appreciated and much needed, and we hope you'll bring colleagues from your area next year to make it even bigger and better. But segueing from that, we want to talk about some of the issues that we're continuing to work on as we move forward in the legislative session. Obviously, a big issue and a big focus during our Economic Investment Day was interchange. We continue to fight against that law in court, but there's a pending effective date for that interchange law of July 1st. So what we're dealing with right now is a situation where the legislature is telling us we cannot move forward with a repeal of that very bad interchange law while there's pending court action. So we're waiting for that court action to conclude. That might lead us to potentially looking for an extension of the effective date of the law, or hopefully getting a final judgment from the judge. But with the effective date coming up on July 1st, as well as the end of the legislature happening on May 31st, we have very little time to act. So we will move very quickly. We'll also soon be sending out a call to action to all of you to send to your legislators to talk about this issue. So look for that in your email inbox. A few other issues we're working on. We're proactively doing some banking deregulation for our thrift and bank members. Now, this is important because Illinois can be a tough state for businesses, but we're moving forward with legislation to pare down the red tape for our state banks and our state chartered thrifts as well. We're also working on some fixes to the corporate franchise tax law. That is a long-term project. It may take a few years, but we are fighting hard to ensure that banks aren't unfairly targeted in franchise tax audits. There's some other legislation we oppose, including some pending legislation regarding junk fees that folds in financial institutions into the scope of regulation around disclosures of pricing. Well, we already live with plenty of disclosures in the banking world through federal and state regulation, so we're looking for exemptions from that bill. That's a little bit of a snapshot. There's a lot more we're working on. If you want to know more or specific bill numbers, have questions for us, please feel free to reach out to our advocacy team anytime. Thank you.